to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from Buffalo. Dejounte Wester now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he... A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Baltimore. There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. It's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop.
Brings up second and 8.
From the 29, here's second and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
First and goal.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going. Definitely not something they had accounted. It really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. There he goes again. And he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Brandon Codrington. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Play action. Here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Second down. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Jackson now on second down. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Baltimore. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
7 yards, and it's third down.
Back to throw, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And a Raven first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 5-yard line.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0.
Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Allen. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver.
2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop. And that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
Defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Wester on the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Jackson looking to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
In motion comes Andrews. He's got his man right side. It's complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now Jackson. Look wide. Get this one complete. Let's get about 6 before he's taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
A gain of 4 yards.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. It's into the hands of Flowers. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A 51-yard attempt.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Ravens stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3.
And we all like to see Chico. So bring yourself over here, girl. And let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Ooh! And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big run by Cook. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. Now a shot downfield for Samuel.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
To to the air. On second down, here's Allen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And it's plays like this that make this guy the most valuable player in the league. Third and short, he's just going to keep it himself, put that 240-pound body to work, and he does just enough there to bring up a fresh set of downs.
He gets it to Samuel, left side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Allen. Short pass taken in by Knox. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third down.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 17-0, the early score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. On 1st down, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Allen to throw. Now and he will get into the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown, Bills. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills are back in this one. It's 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake. Jackson sending it downfield for Likely. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. It's a big one for the Ravens. 62 yards.
Pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Play action now. Jackson. He takes, and he'll take this one in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. Whoa. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down. Until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground? And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
Second down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very
Hit by the former Packer, Jair Alexander. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Go squad.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Third, they need 8. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot get it. And it's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
Jackson, this is a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and 6. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he is very close to the 1st down, but a high ball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This ahead for a pickup of 5.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A carry for Cook. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen to throw. A quick slant, hooked in by Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. In motion, Shakir. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Makes it third down and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. Pass caught by Shakir. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 2. Allen's going to get it out quickly to Coleman. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Here's a second and 12. Moore going in motion. Allen now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll run the draw, and here's Henry. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Second down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll try and run for this with Henry. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
A gain of 5. And the Ravens first down.
What a luxury, Mike. Right? I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you can just turn around, handle the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. This is Henry. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to with that late touchdown.
The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Allen. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Now Codrington to return. And he'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Switch.
Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll be third down. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
That's a 40-yard line.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. One more time going up top with Allen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On the handoff, this is Cook. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Allen to throw on third and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
A 46-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Scott, thanks. Different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. On the ground, here's Henry. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and
9. Hopkins sent in motion. Jackson going to keep this one himself.
Jackson on the keeper. He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Now Jackson. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball. And I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he's on to punt for the second time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
There was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find maybe CD can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
1st and 10, and it's Allen. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be followed up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jack Thompson comes up with the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands. And that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football. Everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. Allen going to give it to Cook, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Allen. Left side, that open man is Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
You know, it's always hard as an offense to waste such great field position, but they had a short field to work with, not able to pick up a single 1st down. So give a lot of credit for the defense stopping this drive before it really got started.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. It'll be brought down up around the 18-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. It's very quick 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Hopkins sent in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Shaq Thompson comes up with the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. In motion goes Likely. They go right back to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Well over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play there for Baltimore. 36 yards.
And the Ravens 1st down.
For your first catch of the game. I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
On third down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll run it on first down with Henry, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It is second and 6. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's got another one. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Point after try, forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Ravens stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bills offense ready to get back at him. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Anytime you're talking about an interior interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
2nd and 11. From the gun, Josh Allen. Hit by the former Packer, Jair Alexander. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On the option, they give it to Henry. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
He's got it at the 7. And they'll get it down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Codrington to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Start this drive, and a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Once again, it's Cook, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1, and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seat he can with the push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
He's got that complete to Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Buffalo.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Start out on the ground with Henry. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd down and 2. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on
We've
the
seen
play.
this back have his
And it's
way with this
third
defense
down.
all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Hopkins sent in motion. They'll try to run for it.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of first down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there.
For the Ravens.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Burke. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And he's taken down up past the 35. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think you'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. James Cook, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. To the air on 3rd down. Here's Allen. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
On the give, here's Henry. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. We'll go again here with Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Run play. This is Hill. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On 4th down, out is the rookie Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. To Cook, and he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he'll be brought down there. Put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it is a win here for the visitors. the Ravens. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that,